everyone, this is lesson number 2. We finished off with showing you how to import photos in Photoshop. Now we're going to look at how we can do some minor manipulations to the photos. Now the first method was how we create the canvas, and if I go Control Z, we can undo and show you what it looks like when we imported it. The other photo right here shows a picture that was brought in just going to File, Open. Okay, if you go File, Open and bring a picture in, you're going to notice that it is the main layer and that it has a lock on it right here. If you want to be able to move and manipulate this picture, you will have to get rid of the lock. So what we do is we click on the lock, and you can see now, if you're in the Move tool and if you have your Show Transform Control selected, you can now click on one of the handles which are on the corners and in the middle. You can make your picture smaller. You can rotate your picture. If you move your mouse outside anyone or outside the graphic anywhere and you see a curved arrow, you can rotate it, turn it upside down. You can also flip your photo. If I were to make my photo small and move it over to this side, I could click on this handle and I could drag until it went to the other side. The only problem with that is it also flips the photo. If you want to undo or not to accept the changes that you've made, you can Control Z, which will undo, or you can click on this circle, which means I didn't want to do what I did. It's sort of an undo. So let's take our picture back again. We'll make it small and we'll show you how to flip it without flipping it upside down. If you hold down the Control button and you drag on a handle, you can warp the picture like this, flip it over and warp it, make it long. It makes it stick to its main axis, but the side that you select, it can go up and down, warp in any way you want. I'll click on that and Control Z to move it back. If you hold down on the Shift button, start your selection, hold down Shift, you can flip it and it will stretch out to the other side and make sort of a mirror image. If you hold down on the Alt button while doing this, you will proportionally make this picture larger or smaller. The height and the width are locked together, and that's by holding down the Alt button after you click on one of the handles for changing the size. And again, if you want to rotate, it's from any of the corners or anywhere outside the photo, like that. There is also a possibility of making copies of your picture. And often if you see a check mark at the top, it means you can't do anything else but move in the Move tool. So what I like to do is click and get rid of that, and it's gone right now. There's a couple other things you can do. This works with layers. You can see that layer 0 is right here, and at the bottom we have a bunch of tools that we can use. We're going to primarily now look at the plus tool and the garbage can. If we drag this layer onto the plus tool, it will make a copy of it. Now, hiding underneath the original is a copy. If you drag it off, you can see that we've made a copy. If I highlight both of these, and you can see that the two are selected, they are grayed, and drag them to the plus, then we made duplicates of both copies. And you can see every now and then that there are lines that appear, pink lines, and they are for lining up your subject with other objects in your picture. If I were to click outside now, I could click back and just choose one. If you want two objects selected, drag from outside your picture over your picture and both objects are selected. You want them all, make sure you connect with at least one part of all of them, and then you can do that, and you can resize, and we can do the same, drag to the plus, and we can duplicate even more. So it's possible to create tons and tons of this one graphic. Again, if I wanted to do all, highlight everything, drag to the plus, and then I have even more. Okay, so that's basic how to take your image, manipulate your image, how to use Shift, Control, and Alt to manipulate the image. And some very basic tools that will help you in your editing process. We look forward to the next video where we'll show you some more editing tools as we come down the tool palette on the left side. Thank you for watching. Until next time.